This is Shelly Kraft coming to you live on SNNLive. We're at the Planet MicroCap Showcase 2019 in Las Vegas. I have with me Seenu Kasturi from ARCK Group Inc. It's a publicly traded company and the symbol is ARCK. Seenu, welcome to SNNLive.
Hey, thank you so much for having me.
It's good to have you. Let's get started with an overview of the company and we'll go from there.
Absolutely. We're a restaurant company basically, and we're a franchisor, and we have a couple of brands in the company now and looking to grow.
What's some history behind the company?
The company's been around, actually the initial brand was Dick's Wings and Grill, and it's been around since '94. So 25 years we've been in business, and went public in 2011 from the predecessor, and I got involved in the company in 2012. And since then we've been focusing on putting the right people in place and the right infrastructure so that we're ready for the prime time.
What style restaurants are they?
They're family-oriented restaurants up to this point, and then that's going to change a little bit with our next acquisition. But primarily we are looking to create a great guest experience and cater to our core audiences in their segmented markets.
What are some of the titles of your restaurants?
One of them is Dick's Wings and Grill, based out of Jacksonville. That's where it was founded. Another one's Fat Patties, which it's in West Virginia. And this next acquisition is the Tilted Kilt, and it's in 15 states.
What's unique about your company?
The people. Our employees, our guests, that's what matters. Ultimately, if we can surround ourselves with great people, we can create a great guest experience, and that's the number one thing. The people that work with us are a family. Our franchisees are a part of that family, and we look to synergize all of those things to grow.
What would you say is your competitive advantage?
I think that by and large, everyone in the restaurant space is competing against each other. What sets us apart, hopefully, again, goes back to the people and being able to create an infrastructure that we can leverage top talent across these brands, where these brands individually probably could not afford that talent.
What are your target markets?
Our target markets, I mean, right now we're in Florida, northeast part of Florida, South Georgia, and West Virginia. And we want to have a niche. We want to be tied. For example, Dick's Wings and Grill had its foundation with the naval base in Jacksonville. So we'd love to cater to the veterans and have them be franchisees. Obviously, they're our customers, and we'd love to take care of them. In Virginia, we're tied with Marshall University, and we want to be tied to college campuses and catering to students and those kind of things. Tilted Kilt has a much bigger audience, and that's going to be our next acquisition. We want to continue to grow in very specific areas for that brand in the future.
What's your background?
I spent 17 years in the restaurant space, mom and pop pizza places in southern Louisiana. Evolved from there and changed directions a little bit, went into financial planning, worked for Ameriprise, American Express Financial Advisors. And then in 2009 saw an opportunity where the world was on fire because of the financial crisis and people were giving things away. So I stepped away from financial planning to go back into the restaurant space. It's always been in my blood. And we started acquiring in various brands, KFC's, Taco Bell, Hardee's, and I've been in a franchisee in many brands, but ultimately decided that we wanted to be a master of our own universe and be a franchisor. So that's kind of my background. The other leaders that we have literally hundreds of years of experience in the restaurant space. Rick Acom, our CEO, started with Hooters when they were less than 10 restaurants and grew in that brand over a 20-year career to be the president and CEO, and ran just under 500 restaurants with $700 million in revenue. So we have the experience and expertise to find those catalysts that can drive results.
When you look around at your company, what makes you stand apart from all others that an investor could appreciate?
Sure. We're taking a multi-pronged approach to growth, and I think that that's what's going to be the most appealing thing to the investors. One is that we want to open company-owned stores. Because our revenue is still relatively low, it's easy for us to move the needle. When we open a store that does $1 million, $2 million, $3 million in revenue, it equates to a 10% growth relative to 2018 earnings. So when we open company stores, it's very meaningful in driving top line. Second, we want to build a franchisee base. We've not focused on that until this year, but we're now doing trade shows to acquire franchisees, started doing discovery days, so that's our second approach. And the third is to find great brands that are undervalued, that have catalysts, and acquire them at a very low multiple, 2, 3, 4 times earnings, never more than 6 times, if at all we can help it. So taking that multi-pronged approach and driving results very quickly is what's going to be meaningful to investors.
Seenu, let's get your website out there for our investor audience to get more information.
Sure. It's each of the brands have their own websites, dickswingsandgrill.com, fatpatties.com, tiltedkilt.com, but our company also has a company website that consolidates those, and it's arcgroupinc.com.
Ladies and gentlemen, Seenu Kasturi, ARCK Group Inc. It's a publicly traded company, and the symbol is ARCK. I'm Shelly Kraft. This is SNNLive, and we're coming to you live from Planet MicroCap Showcase 2019 in Las Vegas.